First, I want to say hello, world. And I know you may or may not know who I am, but I am Filthydre. And you know me from a lot of different things and a lot of different places and being here, being there. But this is something new that I want to try out, you know what I'm saying? So I'm finna do the Filthydre sit downs with series, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have people of great substance and of great importance, and I'm gonna sit down and talk to them to get to know them a little better. And this is my first episode. And for the first episode, I got my boy Jarren Smalls. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely somebody that's shifting the culture. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, there you go right now. Let's get into it. Y'all stay tuned. So what's up, man? What we got here, man?
Man, that's my favorite wine. It's Cooper and Thief. It's a blend wine. Red wine has bourbon in it. I know you like Bombay, but I was like,
it's not good. I like bourbon too. You know what I'm saying? Whiskey is good. I'm happy it got something in it. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah.
You know, so, I feel like turning 30.
Right.
Let's be a little more adult.
Right.
And have some wine. So I'm gonna let you. I'll pour your glass.
That's it, man. Let's get it.
You can taste it.
We all turning 30, man. Big 30. Yeah. Okay, let's see what this like, man. You're so elegant, man. Shout out to my elegant friends. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to cheers this?
We can cheers.
Cheers.
Sure.
Big cheers, man. The black excellence, man. There we go.
Ooh.
I was finna tap the tape. I'm so used to taking shots.
Nah, man, we ain't taking shots. Only shots I'm taking is business shots.
There we go. I can dig that.
Two.
So, turning 30, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel?
I mean, you know how sometimes you don't want to get locked up into like the numbers and like, oh man, I'm 30.
Yeah.
But it feels good, bro. I feel like I'm in a centered place. I feel like I'm in a place of where I'm creating and I'm at a high volume with it right now, especially like in Houston. I feel like I'm just been, if you've been paying attention like month to month, I'm just like, I'm doing something every month.
For sure, yeah.
Purposely.
Yeah, you definitely out there. Like, they can't miss your face for sure. If they don't know your name, they know your face. For sure.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, because it's crazy, because I've been having a lot of talks with people, because, you know, I'm finna turn 32, like, where did you see yourself when you turned 30, when you was young? Did you see yourself doing this? Or doing what you do?
I would say yeah. I don't think I saw it in this capacity, but I knew that I wanted to be doing stuff like in my own process, in my own way. Now the way, I didn't know how, but I just knew I wanted to do it in my own way, in my own style, for sure.
Definitely. Because I know you started off film photography. And you did a whole transition.
It's good, ain't it?
Yeah, it is actually good. It's definitely good, yeah. Hey, shout out to him. You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to Cooper and Thief. This is good.
But, yeah, like, do you feel like you're accomplished? Because you have done a lot. You know, you got a couple business, you got a lot of stuff going on. So do you feel like you're accomplished right now?
Nah, I really don't. I feel like even to know, like, a lot of people just see like the company part popping up, but they didn't know like coming out of Preview, I was doing music videos, and documentaries, and short films, and I was trying to interview my friends. Just like, I feel like there's a lot of legendary people that we don't deem as legendary.
Facts.
So I want to show them.
That's fact.
But fast forward to now, no, I think I'm at a stage. I feel like I just pivoted. I'm at a stage right now. Where I really want to be at? Almost. But not quite yet.
And I know we were talking, like, you know what I'm saying, the cameras off, about how the photography and what you're doing now is kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Can you explain it like you explained to me?
Yeah, I was saying like how being a film director, moving into this non-profit space is almost like the same thing. Like I still have a vision. I have to put people in certain places to get what I want. And put things together from a producer side. Like, okay, I'm gonna put this brand here, or this brand here, or these people here. So it's the same concept. It's just more with people now.
Definitely.
And not a camera. And I feel like life right now is probably like my camera at this point, and the people around me.
That's funny that you say that, because I like to think, like, you know, like, I look at everything in life as the same. You know what I'm saying? Because there's really similarities in like shit stuff that people don't find similarities in. So I feel like do you feel like it's important to have that mindset to like keep you going, or is that just something that naturally how you just think?
Man, I'll tell you a story, bro. Like when we started Legends to Live in 2013, I had just graduated from Preview. We actually the house that we stayed at was like around the corner from here.
Right.
And we had like 20 people.
Right.
And I did not know how to manage 20 people. They all have different perspectives, ways of thinking.
For sure.
They got life going on.
For
I
sure.
got life going on.
Yeah.
Like at that house we had, my aunt had let me, Doug and Julius, and those are the other founders of Legends to Live, stay at the house. And she was like, y'all just give me $500 a month.
As a collective.
Yeah. And I'll pay the utility, just give me $500 a month. Right?
That's crazy.
We couldn't even pay it.
That's crazy. 3 people.
But we just, bro, it created a rift between me and my family. Ultimately, that we had to move out. Doug went back to Dallas. Julius went back to Chicago. And it was kind of flat for a little bit, but I kind of had to kind of keep everything going because from a natural place, it all came from me in school. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me keep doing this while I can. I'm still working a 9 to 5. I'm subbing at Stafford Middle School. So I'm driving all the way from South Union all the way to Stafford. And granted, the crazy part, my mother's house, my mom and dad's house is across the street.
Right.
I was so bent on not going back home.
Right.
But I didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting struggle on myself.
Definitely.
Unnecessary struggle I didn't have to do.
Definitely.
And I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs and people that want to like go for their dreams will do that.
Definitely.
And not look at the logical things like, okay, me moving home saves me a lot of money and really just putting my pride to the side at the end of the day. But to answer your question, it was hard, bro. And it's still hard, but I think it's better now because I got a chance to really like understand people and learn from everybody in the right way, from my wrongs and my rights, for sure.
So, when dealing with other people, what is the most important thing that you need to have as a person, you think?
Oh, that's a good question. Dealing with other people, a quality to have, patience.
I agree.
100%. And patience goes in a lot of different variations and ways, right? Like it's not just like, oh, I'm just patient, I'm gonna be like, nah, it's like being patient with women in your group.
For a fact.
Understanding their needs.
For a fact.
Understanding like how they process information.
Definitely.
Then even with guys, from an ego thing.
Yep.
Processing that. You know, so then like how to collectively put all that around each other together. Like a gumbo. That's a lot of patience.
It's a lot. And then it's wider with the more people that you have involved.
Yeah. And the crazy part is like, you gotta have patience when you see stuff in people they don't even see themselves.
Right.
So you're trying to pull something out of them, and they're not used to somebody saying like, you know, you can do this, or I see this in you, or you can have this. So having that is even like another like climb in itself, right? To get them to believe in themselves at a high value.
Right.
Because I believe in myself at a high value, but like everybody I want around me, I need them to be in the same frequency. So that takes time. But in that process, we gotta still do events and all the stuff that we're doing.
That's very true, and that's why I want to ask. With the struggles in the beginning, I guess you can call it stubbornness, and you trying to do, you know, be your own person, standing on 2 feet, whatever, and then having patience with dealing with so many people. Like, what's the drive that keeps you going to be like, man, I'm not quitting. I gotta get this done. Because a lot of people quit. In any one of those instances, you dealt with both, didn't quit. What kept you going, or what's keeping you going?
I think one part of quitting is just easy.
Very.
Like if you think about all the negative things you want to do in life, it's easy to do. Like you can go outside right now and commit a crime right now. But trying to do something like super positive for your life, it takes time.
Really?
And that sucks because you're like, man, I want to do this for my life, but like it's not happening like this. And we want it to happen like instantly.
Right.
And I think the other part is like being sure in yourself. Like honestly, like just knowing like whatever you're gonna do, nobody cares.
Essentially. Yeah.
Like mentally knowing like if nobody comes to any of the events, it doesn't matter because I'm doing it because I genuinely want to do it out the kindness of my heart.
Right.
Like I'm really like giving and looking for nothing in return. Right? And sometimes like Doug has to walk me back like, yo, we just can't be like everything is free for everybody. I'm like, but we need this.
Right, for sure.
Because I feel like when we have, in our events, I feel like we be healing people, bro. It's a time where people don't be thinking about the social stuff, or who's who, or where everybody's at a very level playing field when we come to our events.
Yeah, definitely. So, what I wanted to ask is, like, you do a lot to help the culture.
Yeah.
You got the Reading with the Rapper. You got the Legends Who Live. You give scholarships. Like, with helping, there has to be a problem, right? So what do you think is wrong with the culture?
I think the culture doesn't even know that it's really that valuable. I think we play with that word and like, oh, we're the culture, but not understanding like the responsibility that comes behind being a culture. Like we're the leading force behind everything.
For a fact.
Like everything.
For a fact.
And we allow other people to hoodwink us to think that we're not. Or they just give us like a small part of the pie for us to have versus really like
a shout out or something.
Yeah, like I don't want a shout out. Like at this point it's like if these companies and these brands and these people know in these certain rooms know that who we are, we should address them as such and get exactly what we supposed to be getting.
Facts. Yeah.
But still be in a tasteful way because it's like we're so valuable they don't even know what to do with us.
For a fact.
They're just like, oh, we just put them here and put them there because that's all we kind of can fathom. They really can't really fathom the real like texture of black people and culture.
Yeah, right.
So like that's the biggest part for sure.
So with the Legends Who Live, I want, and I think the people want it too, your definition of a legend.
I think my definition of a legend is anybody that's strong enough to do what they want to do, no matter what. No matter who cares, no matter who's saying something, no matter who's like double tapping. If you genuinely are doing what you want to do at a high volume, you're a legend. And we don't have to wait till like we're old, bro. And that's another thing. We be deeming legends like they gotta be super old or they gotta be 30 years in the game. They gotta have like, nah, bro, you can be a legend at 13.
Well, that's true.
14. Like if you are the oldest age, your dad not there, your mom there, and you somehow made it out of high school to college and you can do it, you're a legend.
Right. You legendary.
Right? Because there's somebody that's looking at you, like your little brothers or sisters, they like, yo, my brother did that. Dre did that. And that in itself is legendary because now you putting something mentally in them. They're like, okay, all right, I can't quit now because my brother had every reason to quit and he did.
Definitely. So do you feel like a lot of people big brother right now?
Ooh.
What's up, big bro?
I would say inadvertently, yeah. I'm not looking to like purposely be like the big homie or like big brother, but in a sense, yeah. Like I feel like what we've been doing in Houston specifically is what everybody's been crying for.
For sure.
But then at the same time, when we do it and present it, people are like, okay, well, what is that? So they're not used to it. Like Houston's at a point to where like I've been to multiple markets, bro. And the reason why I moved so fast is because like majority of my colleagues, they DC, Chicago, New York, so they're very quick pace.
DC is very fast. Yeah.
And so I'm moving at that pace here, but we're not as fast yet. We're getting there. We have all the capabilities of any other major market city that they look at to go do stuff and all these cool activations at. But I don't think Houston's, we complain about it, but we're not ready for it too. Right. So like we can't ask for somebody else to come in and spend a bunch of money or give us this kudos or give us this recognition. We don't even give it ourselves to each other and working with each other.
Exactly. So do you feel like the weight of that is on your back to get it done here?
I do. I feel like that in some instances. I do. But that's why I try to work with as many people as I can here. I do feel like that. Sometimes I be like, bro, I'm sitting in these executives in these corporate rooms. I'm like, I'm talking to these people. Right. Yeah. And these are conversations that like are really much needed conversations, and people have no idea. Right. They just saw all this. They see the end result of like the event, but they don't see like the footprints after and before.
Right. So is it safe to say that you you think about others more than yourself per se?
100%. Which I think could be a curse. Because I try to put a lot of my friends and colleagues on before I just look at like I need to get a bag first, or I need to like make sure I get this first and secure before I bring somebody in, because if I don't, I look crazy. Right. But I feel like there's no way I can get to that potential bag without those group of people. You know, so like, and I'm very honest with them too. I let them know like, yo, man, listen. When we get ready, like when we're reading Rapper, when we started in 2018, somehow I was like, nobody's gonna make any money from this.
That's real though. Yeah.
So if you want to leave,
Mm-hmm.
you can go.
Mm-hmm.
But I know where this is about to go. So like you can either stay or you can leave. I'm gonna give you the option, but I learned that over time though.
Yeah.
Being very honest and transparent. I think sometimes we try to tend to like bend what we're trying to do. Just be genuinely honest with people and give them a chance for them to make their own decision what they want to do.
So do you feel like you tire yourself out sometimes with with actually trying to do something, and because it's basically you trying to make something happen and you're trying to accommodate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like a lot. It's a lot, like we said earlier, emotions, and a lot of people think different ways. So do you ever feel like I'm tired? Are you tiring yourself out?
Yeah, absolutely. I am tired. I am tired. I can say I am tired, but I think it's like I get my like rejuvenation like from when I do the events.
Right.
And honestly, it's kind of like events are like art to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I get to like express myself and release energy through the events.
Mm-hmm. So in the process of doing what you are, becoming who you are, the great man that you are today, like what did you have to change about yourself to get to the point that you are right now?
I have to change my value.
Okay.
100%. Like I'm on both spectrums. Like the value of where I go, who I'm around, who I give my energy to, because it's certain things that I just don't practice anymore or don't believe in because I just feel like it doesn't bring any personal value to me. So if it doesn't bring any personal value to me, I'm not going. So like for me, I don't go to clubs.
Right.
I see no value in clubs for me.
Right.
So let it be known, for me, I see no value. But it's a release. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but for me, I like to release energy in different ways. Not just that. Because I feel like in that same, I feel like the nightlife and club aspect, and this is not just, this is like in general. That's like the black community's new bank. Right? We put a lot of money in clubs, a lot of money in entertainment, and then we complain about we ain't got nothing. Right? So you imagine if every promoter in Houston say, you know what, and there's people that have done it. Like, I give kudos to Aristocrat Life. I give kudos to We Are the Season. A lot of people, like, I'm close friends with Junior. We started out there. Like, if you're going to be in that life, own it. Yeah. That's my thing. I'm looking at ownership now. Right. Because we'll go promote for a club, but the owner doesn't reflect who we are, and they'll make money off of our culture, right? And then they'll tear it down, build it back up, and do another one. We do it over and over and over again, and we go to the same things over and over again. What value are we getting from that? Nothing. Right. So for them to be like, you know what, I'm gonna build my own building, or I'm gonna take over 50-15, I'm gonna take over Turkey Lake, I'm gonna take over. Now I'm like, I'm going to that because I understand your ideology behind what you're doing. Like with Turkey Lake, bro, they giving him grief because they can't say nothing. For a fact. He owns it 100% in his way. Yeah. So for me, I'm gonna go patronize that. Right. I don't have a problem turning it up there because I know where that money's going. Right. He's buying the block, literally. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but now I don't want to go in a club and then like for guys, you get to the club, you gotta get to the club at least by the club closes at 2, you gotta get there at 1. Right. Get there at 1 to get in. You gotta pay like $20. Valet maybe $20-$30. You see the girl you want to talk to. She probably got a group of girls with her. She got about all of them drinks. Right. That's how it goes. Just to even get her to talk to you for like a couple of seconds, right? And she still might not even talk to you. Right. So like think about it. And then he's like, you know, I need to buy a section because I don't want to stand up. Facts. So before you know it, in one night, bro, you just spent $700-$800. That fast. And some people do that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Real fast. They complain about having nothing. Right. That's crazy. That is crazy. You really think about it. I'm not the guy, ladies, that's gonna buy all you girls drinks. You know what I'm saying? But there is guys out here that will do that, and they have to do that. You know what I'm saying? They have to do that. For me, I'm not knocking that. But it's like, bro, what are we putting our money to? Exactly. Think about how much money we're putting. That's one person. Exactly. Say if it's 8 sections of the club, and every weekend. But we complain about we ain't got enough schools, we ain't got this for our community, we ain't got that's crazy. That's a fact. So how did you tap into like this world that you in to like realize what's going on and like, you know what I'm saying, to try to make everybody around you better? Like was you always that person
that was looking out for your friends growing up? Did you have like somebody that taught you to look out for people growing up? Like, where did this mindset come from?
I mean, one, I'm an only child.
Okay.
So all my best friends are only children. So
really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All my best like elementary only children.
That's crazy.
So we were like all of our own brothers, essentially.
Right.
But I was always in, me being an only child, I was always in group-oriented things.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I was heavily raised in church.
Okay.
I'm an Eagle Scout. You know, people look at like, you're a Boy Scout? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But there's a lot of tangible things that you learn from that. Yeah. I'm around a group of men. Mm-hmm. I'm around a whole bunch of dudes that look like me. We're growing up through this process. Right. I'm playing basketball, so I'm in these team-oriented things. Mm-hmm. And then I get to PV, and like I went from a kid that couldn't get into school to run one. Like I was struggling past like trying to take my math. I think it was math, tax, or toss or whatever. And like my dad was an All-American in basketball. I went to Cashmere. So I'm playing basketball in high school, and all my scholarships went away because I can't pass this test for clearinghouse and all this other stuff like that. Right. You already know.
I know exactly.
So it's like I'm over here struggling trying to figure out. Now I'm over here like a guy in high school, like not knowing where I'm going. Everybody walking around with I'm going in here, I'm going there. Right. I don't know where I'm going. Mm-hmm. And I'm faking the funk, bro. Mm-hmm. Like I'm really like, oh yeah, I'm trying to weigh it up. I don't know where I'm going. Mm-hmm. So like from going there to like going to PV and becoming an SJ president, and I'm running the whole campus. Right. Like I got the highest position as a student on campus.
That's crazy.
And I feel like God was, I'm gonna give you a chance, bro, but I need you to turn up if I let you go to college. Mm-hmm. And I
did it.
That's what I did. And that's when the light bulb went off for it. Let You Live was like, I know there's a million kids that feel like, even adults that feel like that. Like you might have all the ingredients to have the village behind you, but you still don't feel comfortable talking about your own personal scars. And so that was my scar, and I feel like how can I change that moving forward?
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. I'm struggling to get into school, to take over the school.
But I saw how with PV, like we're a part of the A&M system.
Right, definitely. Yeah.
And so I'm dealing with the chancellor of A&M. Funny story. I'm dealing with the chancellor of A&M. All the student leaders from PV go to his house to meet him. And first question he asks is, because he has a lake in the back of his house, does anybody know how to fish? And no one knew how to fish because of just culturally, we don't do that. Yeah. But me being an Eagle Scout, I knew how to fish. So they got me to sit down with this man one-on-one. So now I'm in his world. He feel comfortable talking to me. So I'm a part of his space.
Exactly. That's crazy.
And he's like, this is the chancellor. So the chancellor, if y'all don't know, the chancellor of A&M, he's over all 9 schools of A&M in the system in Texas, right? He's like, Jarren.
Yeah, refill. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He's like, Jarren, do you know who my roommate was? And I'm like, nah, Rick Perry.
It's crazy.
So I'm like, oh. From now, it's like, it's not even about what you know. Now it's really about who you know. He really didn't apply for that job. Probably just gave it to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I start to see how that worked. That's how when you get involved. So like, I was a freshman at PV. A true freshman. Like I went to PV, went to class, went to every party, went to ABC, anything but clothes. I went to, so you hit the stoplight party, you wear red, it means don't come at me. Yellow, proceed with caution, green, it's a go. Like I went to every party, like you know what I'm saying? But I realized I'm like, cause my parents are paying for me to go to PV. I didn't have no scholarship. So I'm always like, bro, this shit ain't free. I need to figure something out because my mom and dad are paying for all this stuff like that, to the loan out, all stuff like that. But when I became president, when I got active and involved, and that's my natural like way of thinking, my meal pay got paid for, my housing got paid for, I got paid.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I like this, right? So from there, it was just like keeping that momentum. Like, okay, I want to keep this feeling for the rest of my life if I can, and I can kind of turn into entrepreneurship.
It sounds about right.
Ultimately.
So do you think that people like, cause I don't want to call it by chance, but like you just, everything played out as you grew up. Like all the stuff that you was doing, it all made sense later. Do you think people can prepare to like, cause a lot of people be trying to force situations, you know what I'm saying? Like you being in the Eagle Scout helped you out tremendously. Solely because it helped you out to fish. To do, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So like, do you think people can prepare for those moments or you just gotta be open? Or how does that?
I mean, I give all that to my parents.
Okay.
I didn't have no choice at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came from the background of a household where there wasn't too many back and forths. If my mom and dad said I'm doing this, that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I might have disagreed because Eagle Scout, Boy Scouts was the same on Saturdays when I had AAU practice.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm over here fighting like, yo, I don't want to do this. I'm trying to go hoop. And my mom was like, nah, bro, you finna finish this. Because she had foresight.
Right.
She's like, nah.
Right.
You may not understand it now, but when you get older, it's gonna click and everything clicks.
Right.
Like that, bro, literally that moment at that man's house, everything my mom was on my back about just clicked. I'm just like, damn. Oh, okay. I got it. So I can't even say as much on it's really something that you can like pre-force or meditate. It's really like I have to get out to my parents. Because they wanted to make sure the mantra of I want you to have a better life than I did. Right? And they did that. Right. The best of their capabilities and how they could do it. You know?
Hey, and it's crazy because that all translate, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you need guidance, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
You need a guidance, and what you're doing with reading with a rapper, you know, it's essentially giving these kids guidance, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it comes all full circle. It's crazy.
And I think that's ultimately what parents always want their kids to do.
Yeah.
In general, just like, I want you to just go be good people. Right. How do you affect your community and people around you? Right. And me always being around, like my Eagle Scout troop was in my church. And I want you to like think about like I went to Lily Grove. Right here in 3rd Ward. And all the people that was a part of the troop, all their fathers were a part of it, and they were deacons. So like it was like this community, bro. Like I had the church, I had Boy Scouts, I had my family, I had school, I had the village. Right? I could completely look at myself and somebody that might be going through something else and see like, oh, I can see exactly why the way I am. Because I literally had all of that training, guidance growing up.
Exactly. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's super crazy.
It's crazy.
So I would just say like, I think our generation is getting back to that type of time though. Like we're getting married, we're having kids, we're looking at like, you know what?
To an extent. Yeah. We kind of inching back over there.
It's like everything repeats itself.
Right.
I feel like because we're coming from the genre of like, okay, we went outside and played.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
right?
We outside.
We outside.
we
really outside. We really out. Like,
we
was really outside until like either you broke something or the streetlights came on.
Right. Yeah.
And even then, you still like
I'm trying to
force something.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
But I think like us being outside, for me to go, like you gotta think about how big of a deal is for like I said on the first street of my neighborhood. For me to go like to the very back of my neighborhood was a big deal. Like you know how you used to,
I feel you.
Used to actually like, yo, can I go ride my bike? And they be like, no. And like now it's just like
whatever.
That was a big deal back then. Right? But I developed social skills from that.
Definitely.
I'm interacting with people I don't know.
Definitely.
And then I see that, oh, they go to school with me.
Definitely. Yeah.
Now we like it's just this trickle effect of things that happen that we don't even process as humans. So it's just like, bro, I think we're getting back to that. And I think that's where like with our events is like, how can I get you to come and talk to somebody that you don't know? Right. And find out you have something in common. Right. Because I think we don't do that as a whole anymore. Period.
Yeah. You gotta be engaged. That's why I say you should do a speed dating. Speed dating with Jarren coming soon, man. It's going down. But nah. Oh man, but let me take a sip. This shit is actually good. I love
Cooper and Thief. Listen, y'all. If y'all want, fellas, Cooper and Thief. It's a blend bourbon red wine. You can get it anywhere. HEB, Specs, Total Wine, anywhere. This is amazing. Amazing.
So, with that being said, into correlation, how you feel about, sharing information? A lot of people like to, keep stuff to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Figure out who to give it to. Like, how do you feel about putting your people on, like, sharing information that you know? Is it a right and bad time to do it, or is it, how do you
definitely gotta earn it.
Okay.
But you shouldn't hold it. But I feel like if you work your way up to get to a certain point and people to get to acknowledge what you're doing on that side and they see it and you know you have a group of friends over here that's like, yo, I'm trying to get there. If they serious, you share it. Because at the end of the day, you have to be very valuable about the information that you have because what's at stake is the culture. Right. In the generation of people that's a part of it. Right? So it's like you can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to freelance it out, just going to shoot it out, boom, 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 and then it goes away. Because then if I give you a connect from me, you don't know what you need to do. You're a reflection of me now. Exactly. Now I look bad.
Right. Now I might lose the connect, you know?
Right? And now we've both taken the L for the greater good of the outcome.
Right.
And that's another thing too, bro. I think as a city, we have to look at what is our outcome.
Right.
What do we want as a city?
Yeah.
What do we want as an identity, right? We're not just oil and gas, medical, and energy.
Exactly.
Like we have, right now, the hottest artists. We're a sports-driven state.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
Not even city, like a state.
For sure.
Like there's a ton of basketball and football players that people love around the world that's come from Houston.
Yeah, right.
Right?
For sure. Yeah.
Entertainers,
For a fact.
artists,
For a fact.
painters, like just creators in general. Like we have it all, but the nucleus is that we don't have an outcome. We don't have what's our one variable that we want as a whole. When you go to Chicago, New York, LA, they might have all these sneaker boutiques going on, but they all come together like, hey, we want to make sure LA is known for like
facts.
This.
For a fact, yeah.
And that's what I think we're getting there. I think the creative side of Houston, we all support each other. We're getting there.
You think so?
I'm talking about the real creative, like the real nerds and creative. Yes, like it's there. It might not be seen, but I know I talk to a lot of people on a daily. Right, so like the Kaminsky Arts, the Tubos, the Danny Oceans. Okay. Like Tubo been doing stuff for a long time, but people don't know it's Tubo. You know, when it comes to sneaker culture, like even like I said with Kaminsky, her being a teacher, but she's like super crazy in this sneaker art world. Like
she big, yeah.
She big, bro. Big, so it's like, and for us, it's like she's here,
right here,
and she's willing to work with anybody. You know, it's just about approaching her with the right thing, because she's built herself up in her brand to a certain place to where she needs to be. And like those are certain people I look at like, yo, man, it's not so much like I'm trying to come in and like infiltrate, but how can I come in and add value with the resources that I have?
Right. And that's tricky sometimes too, because a lot of people like to infiltrate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta weed them out. That's the hardest thing to decide, like who is really who. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's real. Yeah. And it's like I think sometimes it takes a conversation for you to be like, oh, we really have a lot of common. Right. And sometimes you have this preconceived notion of what you think about a person, or they doing this, or they gonna handle people like this, or you might hear it from a third party. But for me, if I haven't heard it or felt it directly, I'm not approaching it that way.
It go all back to what you're saying, being social, man. It's just, you know.
It's like a relationship. It's like when
kinda, right?
No, it's like bro, with women, bro. If a woman's hurt, she's been hurt by a guy, and a new guy approaches her, that new guy has nothing to do with that old guy. Right. She has to be willing to be open enough to be hurt to get the real facet of that guy. If she doesn't, what she really has, there's nothing wrong with having boundaries. Right. But that boundary is really not a boundary. It's a wall.
For a brick wall. So,
and at the end of the day, the only person that can tear down that wall is the person that built it. Exactly. Yeah. That's it. Can't nobody else do that. So I think it comes with Houston as a creative and who we are as people in the culture. Let the wall down. Boundaries are cool. Right. You're meant to like come to a boundary, but a wall, like bro, especially when there's a boundary, when there's a wall that scatters the boundary, that's dangerous. Because you're playing yourself and you're playing people around you. Right. You're going to be always in this rut of like, man, this is never happening. It's never going through because it's you. For a fact. It ain't even the other person, bro. It's you.
For a fact. And that's true. That is very, especially in Houston, like it's very true. A lot of people, they create these. Man, I seen somebody post the other day, people would create the storm and then cry about the rain.
Woo.
Hey, what's going on here? You know
it's like when you at a Walmart, you push over a big thing of like toilet paper, and you walk away, man, I don't know who did that. You did it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
when you did it.
You did it.
That's crazy. So I want to know, since we kind of talk about relationships, you are in a relationship. Yep. A lot of people high profile that's doing stuff, a lot of people that's successful, they feel like, and a lot of people that's not even in a relationship, they feel like you need that partner. How is having like a partner helped you with doing what you want to do?
Man, I'm glad you said that, and you said partner. Like,
right.
She is definitely like, I can consider her like an equal, for sure. Having somebody that understands what you're going through is important because you can be very lonely in this stuff.
For a fact.
Like, at a certain level. You might have a team, but there's a certain part of you that you still don't share because people don't understand that part. Right. And that's where you can be very by yourself and very lonely. So, like, to me, Chelsea was like, oh, man. okay, she gets me. And not because like she understands it, because she's in her own world of what she does. So like people think we have this like drastic, we're like completely like opposites, and we're really the same. Like we're really nerds,
right,
about what we love both doing, and we like to openly like talk about like, oh, what are you doing with Duck? Okay, how can I help you, or vice versa. So I think, and that took me a while, and it's not a knock to anybody I was dating prior to Chelsea. But it was more so just like I wasn't ready yet, and I feel like I'm at a point where I'm getting whole. And when I met her, she was whole herself. So like for me, it's like this wine, bro. I couldn't pour some of my glass in yours if it was completely like empty, right? So like if I pour some of my wine in yours now, I still have some to drink.
Right.
And if you were just completely empty, and I paid all my half and yours, you got wine, I got nothing.
Right.
And now we got a conflict. Right, because most people try to enter relationships where it's like, I feel like I gotta be in one because it's what I'm supposed to be.
Definitely.
Socially, I gotta do it. The age thing, like all this stuff like that. And I really wasn't even really looking for her. I got reintroduced to her through a mutual friend. He's gonna feel like he's gonna say like to the AJ McQueen's gonna say.
Shout out to AJ.
AJ's gonna say like, I'm the reason why they're together. And he didn't know that I already knew her from high school. It's just when we reintroduced each other, like it was just like a boom. But we were both whole, and we were both open to like saying like, okay, I'm willing to sacrifice some time and energy around you because I feel like it just makes sense. For sure.
That's what's up, because we know we're in a day and age where everybody want to be single. Everybody want to, you know what I'm saying?
Being in a relationship is a cheat code to get in there.
Right.
Like
everybody feel like they can do it on their own.
Impossible. Impossible. You can't do nothing by yourself. Like even if it's not a relationship, like even having like people that try to do stuff together, like now he said if you have a really good team, impossible. Like people point the finger at me all the time, like James doing this, James like, bro, if I didn't have those other 8 individuals,
right.
we wouldn't even be having this, we wouldn't be sitting right here.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like the value you want to sit down with me wouldn't even be valuable.
That's very true.
And I sit down with them every day, I let them know like, yo, bro. And the thing is that with us, we know our roles. Like even with me being in this capacity is a role. Somebody gotta be the one that's in front of the camera, because when something go crazy and go left, they're not talking to all 9 of them.
One person.
They're talking to me. So I'm taking all the heat. I'm taking all the stuff when something go wrong. Somebody don't get paid or somebody gotta get paid, they calling me. You know, so it's like that's the thing where
that's right.
People don't look at that, but they want the whole like you really understand like really what comes with all that. Like and I commend Doug, because Doug is me and Doug are like right here. There's no I'm higher, he's higher, lower, but we know our roles. He's big on like not being seen. He's like us. He's just like I'm not pressed on going everywhere.
Right.
But it's been time and time again. People have always come like, man, bro. Try to create that feud between me and Doug. Like, man, James is always, I didn't know you own this. I didn't know you was like a
people.
Yeah, but it's like, if it works for us, and at the end of the day, once that check cleared,
that's all that matters.
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 That's it.
So I want to ask, I know, like, I hear a lot of people, they talk about working with like-minded people, which is good, but I feel like sometimes you have to work with people that, that's different from you. And how do you gauge, or how do you work with people that's like they do different things than you? They like on a different accord. Like how do you gauge working with those type of people?
One, I try to put myself in a room where I'm not the smartest.
Okay.
Because if I'm the smartest in my group, ain't nobody benefiting from that. Like nobody's benefiting from that. And I think sometimes we'll prolong our friends because they are friends.
Right.
And you're still stagnant or stuck at where you at because you don't want to put yourself in a place where you don't comfortable.
Yeah.
Like everything's about comfort too. Being open to other people's ideas, and like I'm real strategic. Like everybody's a part of the team. I've been vetting and like interviewing them for like years. They didn't know it, so I'm sitting there just talking to them. I come to one of their events and listen to them. I'm like, all right. I'm kind of getting the feel for like
who they are.
Yeah. And then ultimately just be like, all right, cool. I gotta play. This works, but I want to make sure that it makes sense before I bring anybody to the fold. But I think that's the baggage out now. So like now, if I'm coming to something, I'm like, all right.
You gauging what's going on.
Yeah, because I know the value that I bring to anything I'm a part of. So it's like, and they bring me value just as much as I bring to them. But I think being open to their creativity and their ideas is super important because you can be still stagnant like with one thing.
Most definitely.
Like we're in a rap, bro. Like I just know I want it to be cool, right? But I know I need to make sure that it can live in the school. So I called Jarren, and she is a ELA teacher in Albany, about to be teacher of the year, like the whole district.
Shout out to her, you know.
Shout out to her. Yeah. And I said, yo, I got this idea. I know the cool part about it, but as soon as they hear rappers, they can be like, no. So it's like, how can we make this live into a school? And she was like, I got you. Took a couple weeks went by, boom, she sent me this whole thing. I'm like, this is it. This is it.
Right.
And then like with Lauren's so inclined with music, and she's so like in it, but she's quiet about it. But she's really, bro, she's really
weird. You know what I'm saying?
And so I'm like, hey. But she was always, every time she was mentioning Dope Beats, I was like, yo, she's like, we should link up. But it just never was right for me, so I just never did it. So when I got ready, I was like, hey, made a phone call, boom. I told her what it was. She's already friends with Jeremy. It makes sense. And Jeremy was like, hey, I got another teacher, I think that makes sense. Then we brought in Gabby.
Right.
She does nothing but trainings for teachers. So I'm like, okay, cool. So now we're bringing like this. Then my boy Rodney, and then Yobi. And like it was just so many different. It just naturally just came together, bro. Like just naturally, I couldn't even force it.
Right. With you being you, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good. I can look at all the good in you. You know what I'm saying? We can look at all the good. I can look at the track record. Like, what are the you know what I'm saying? Is there any bad? Like,
absolutely, man. Like I think just from past relationships, how I used to maneuver with women.
Right.
Not even like on some like nothing crazy. Like let's get it straight. I didn't do nothing crazy. I was just being immature as a young boy. Yeah. I was being a young boy trying to be a man, but I was being let's put it like that. Understand the value of how to treat people, and especially like my girlfriend and women in general. I learned that lesson for sure. Because I feel like God is like always doing like, hey, I'm trying to get your attention.
Right.
Oh, you don't want to get? I'll be right back. And then he'll do something super drastic.
Right.
And so like that happened for me. I think conceptualizing, understanding, getting people to understand like my line of work is giving away money.
For a fact.
But at the same time, you want to retain money because you have to build a life for yourself.
For a fact. That's
very hard to do. Like extremely hard, right? So having that balance of like, okay, I need to make profit, but I need to make sure I'm affecting my community the right way. The first 3 years of not legislative, bro, no money. I made no money. Like no money. And I was cool with it. I was content because I feel like I was doing something bigger than me. And once I realized that it was not about me, that's when you start seeing Microsoft, the HEB, Reebok, everything just started boom, because I made it not about me. But I had to learn a hard 3 years of Jarren, it's not about you, patience, trusting your people around you, making time for the things that really matter. And that in itself, I took a lot of it. A lot.
Right. Was it ever one point where you like, man, I'm too nice?
Oh, absolutely. I think I'm at a point now where like Jordan, he's like right next to, like he's pretty much like right hand to me and Doug. Like one day he's like, you know, Jimmy.
Not Michael Jordan, right?
Nah, his name is Jordan Harris.
Okay.
He's like our president and he's like our publicist.
Shout out to Jordan, man. Yeah.
And he's like, people think you're an asshole. I'm like, that's cool. Because if me believing in my brand enough and being stern in what I believe in my value makes me an asshole, I'm an asshole. Fuck it.
Right.
You know, so like, I'm going to train the right people that need to be around me. You probably the person that I know what I'm around me.
Right. At the time, because you're going to come back around.
You coming. Because I already know what I'm doing. I know the reason why I'm doing it. So you can have your preconceived notions. Right. I'm just very direct. I'm not going to waste your time nor mine. So if I don't like something or it doesn't make sense for what we're doing or what we're building, I'm going to tell you.
Right.
You might hate me right there, but over time you'll be like, man, I really appreciate you for like not holding my hand and cookie cutting this shit with me because ultimately it would end up bad because you lied.
Right.
So I'm just gonna get out the way right now and let you know how I'm feeling right now. And I do it in a way without being rude. It's just like this is just what it is. Because if somebody that doesn't look like me come and talk like that way, you gonna respect it.
Exactly. Oh man.
You gonna respect it.
You gonna get it. It's gonna make sense to you.
But like why though? Because they make me feel like they're the superior or whatever the case might be. Nah, bro, we are.
Right.
And so I'm gonna treat you like you are, but you definitely gonna treat me like I am too.
Right.
100%.
Right. And somebody gotta be that guy.
Are you trying to? I mean,
because honestly, like, I don't even have an answer to why people act like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, it just seems like that's just how people. Man, they go to work every day and they're like, this is how it's supposed to go when they at work. You know what I'm saying? Like when they doing business, but then when somebody look like you, they got a non-profit or they're an entrepreneur, talk to you in the exact same manner, it's a whole different outlook at what's going on.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, Dre. What the real underlying thing that we're doing that we don't overly promote. And I'm cool with saying it now because I feel like the value that we have just in culture in general is it's not gonna go nowhere. So like with Let Us Just Live, I saw how gentrification starts in black communities, right?
Definitely.
It starts with schools first. So if they drain a school, take the resources away, as a community, you're gonna do two things as a parent. Because your whole being of existence at that point, when you have kids, for your kids.
It should be.
It should be, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna go and say that it is.
It is. Yeah, we're gonna say it is. We're gonna say it is.
So you're gonna do two things as a parent if the school's not doing what it's doing. You can either move your kid out to school, or you're just gonna move.
Right.
Completely.
Right.
Say if you move your kid to school, schools get funding based off enrollment and attendance.
Right.
The more kids there, the more money they justify for. Say like, no way, if there's 1,000 kids there, we can make sure there's a lot more money there for programming, resources, uniforms, all types of stuff, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And so once that's going, the same was like, well, if there's less kids into the school, why are we giving them the same amount of money for 1,000 kids and only 500 kids? They don't need that amount of money, so let's just cut that.
Right.
But now it makes the school less attractive. Right.
Tears it apart.
So as a parent, you're like, you know, I don't want you to go there.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you know what? The environment around the school becomes wasteful.
Right.
So you know what? I don't like being around here no more. I'm leaving. So once they do that, you get enough people to move away. What happens now? Property value go down.
For sure.
So now, no one's even there spending money. So businesses around it like, yo, hey, what is this? There's nobody over here spending money anymore. We need to fix this so people can spend money. Right? So they're not coming. Then that's when they're like, hey, let me come help you.
Let me slide
in.
Right.
Once they get done, they start with schools first. So by the time they get done, the school's ready for their kids.
That's crazy.
Right? And then like, I saw that. I was just like, oh, this is what y'all doing. Y'all making us hoodwink ourselves.
Right. That's crazy.
Cool.
I mean, that's crazy because I didn't even look at it like that.
So I purposely work with schools to make them attractive because then it makes people like us that are getting ready to have kids, like, you know what, I want my kid to have the best education.
Right.
This school looks like my kid, reflects my kid, and has resources for my kid, I'm putting them in there.
Right.
I'm moving into this house around the corner because I don't want to be too far.
Right.
So now those grocery stores, those banks are making money off of us for a longer period of time, right? But I go to these banks and these grocery stores like, hey, if we're giving you all this money, the least you could do is give some money back.
Right.
It just makes sense.
Right.
It's
got enough, huh?
It's this business, community education thing. That's what it's all I'm doing.
Is it a circle or a triangle? A circle. You got the triangle. Is it?
What makes you ask me that?
A lot of shit like to flow, but I feel like a triangle has a top point. So it's like, is it like trickle down, give like, is it go back to the top, or is it a flow?
I think it's definitely a triangle, but it's a triangle with a necessary flow, right? I think we're the battery in America's back for sure. But we ain't really got no recharge. They just drain the shit out of our ass.
Okay, that makes sense because you need to recharge to get back to the top.
Yeah. So I feel like now I'm taking the principles of Robin Hood.
They go to bad, Jarren. That's kind of bad.
That's not bad, but the thing is, me having the background that I've had, I know how to speak a certain language.
Right.
And the thing is with, I'm not gonna say white people. I'm just gonna say people, because it be some people that look like us that do this to us.
For a fact.
So that's another thing we have to stop.
For a fact.
Just saying, oh, it's just white people.
For a fact.
Now the root of the ideology might come from white people, but it's still people that look like us or different ethnic backgrounds that do what they do.
Right.
And it's not because I think they just genuinely hate all of us. They don't understand us.
For a fact.
We're too complex.
For a fact.
Right? And so they know that we're super valuable, and they know how to speak our value language. So rap, chains, music, it's the thing that we're naturally just gravitating to because it's who we are as a people.
For a fact.
From Africa and Egypt, like we're just naturally that type of people.
Yeah.
So they're like, let me control these things that naturally they just gravitate to, and they're just pretty much fall into it. So it's like, how do we take that back in a way without saying it, but still do good business, still do good, speak their language? Because there are some people that don't look like us that really fuck with us.
For a fact, they really do. Yeah.
But we have to make it to where they have to like understand it.
Right. Make sense.
And that's where I can say that every brand that I've dealt with or talked to, they understand it. And I've stressed to them like, yo, this is specifically what I'm doing. I want you to know that. Like, I'm going to these kids that look like me. I'm not going to Katy. Not saying the kids in Katy don't need it, but these kids in South Union, these kids in Third Ward, the kids in Acre Home, dead end, they need it.
Right. So, can you name me one thing that people may not know about you?
One thing about me that people don't know is that if tomorrow I would leave, like Earth.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
That I want to make sure everybody can win. I've tried to make this mathematical equation in my head about how can everybody benefit without any type of energy, negative energy. Like, I want everybody to win. I genuinely really want everybody to win. And when I say everybody, not just black people.
Right.
Just everybody. Because I feel like there's a space for it.
Right.
Just a matter of us just talking and communicating. Like, you think when we were kids, that's like the purest form of a human being, bro. Kids don't care about what you look like, where you're from, how big you are, what you look like. You want to play in the sand pit?
Let's go play.
Let's go.
I want to play, so whoever playing is let's go play.
Let's go do it.
Right.
You want to push on a swing?
Yeah.
We can go skip, we can go step in the dirt. Like, we can go play clubhouse, all that. But when that parent steps in and says, yo, that's when it starts. Literally, that's when it starts to be like, sides get picked, and you got to start to look because they pick this adult ideology of shit, of how to deal with people, when really, kids teach us how to deal with people every day. And I feel like that's why a kid's like a gift from God, because it's like, that's the purest form of a human being. And then we let all this other social shit, like, fuck us up.
We talked about you, you know what I'm saying? We got to tap in with you. A lot of people haven't got to tap in with you. But for the people that don't know, which is a very small few, can you tell the world, what did you actually do?
So again, I'm a culture engineer. That's how I deem myself. I feel like there's a lot of culture engineers out there that don't even know they're culture engineers. But I'm the guy that can be in every space and make it make sense. For the real right reasons. I'm a chameleon.
Yeah.
You know, I can put a suit on, I can put a tie-dye shirt on, I can go put a jersey on, I can go whatever.
Right.
I can go put a do-rag on. I'm a cultured nigga. Essentially.
There we go. I love it.
I'm a cultured nigga. Like, I can be in every room. I'm the thing that most people hate. Because you don't know where I'm coming from. You can't really deny me because I'm coming from a place of real genuine value, but I know my shit. So it's like, you really can't be like...
Yeah, right. And that's a perfect definition, you know what I'm saying? I love it. Like, a cultured nigga.
I'm a cultured nigga.
Now tell the world everything you actually got going on, man. What is Reading with a Rapper? What is Legends Who Live?
So,
and what is next?
Legends Who Live is our nonprofit where our mission is to fund and equip disadvantaged youth and communities through workshop programs and events. Under that, we have subsidiaries like Reading with a Rapper, where we teach kids how to read and write through rap lyrics, content, and tech. And then we got Kicks and Conversations, where we bring in shoe executives of color to talk about how they got to where they are, so ultimately we can build that bridge up more.
Right.
But it's ultimately our biggest thing is like bringing culture to the classroom. And the classroom doesn't mean an actual school; they can be anywhere you are. Right. Right. Any place that we deem as like a high sedity place or a space that we're really not in, we're gonna bring culture there, so you understand that we belong right there. Right. Because ultimately, you really need us, and you don't even really know it. For a fact. So yeah, that's really it, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. This has been a good time. It's been some good wine. My guy, great knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, cheers. And that's Jarren, man. Do you know when you're doing this shot still, putting this right? I can't hear. I'm so used to it. I gotta change, man. Right. I gotta change. So, do you want to tell them where they can follow you at? Man, you can follow me at Jarren Small, Jarren Small. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Here we go. Legends to Live, same thing. Right. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Right. Hey, and I want to be the first one to tell you, man, happy birthday. Oh, thank you, bro. Right. Thank you. The big 3-0. Yeah, 30. It's crazy. It is crazy. It's just crazy. We were just in high school. Yesterday. Yesterday. That shit crazy. You was at Lamar. I was at Lamar. Bro, we were just in high school. I ain't gonna lie, Lamar and Hightower was my two. You know my boy Barney? I know everybody, man. Yeah, but like we were all like in high school, bro. We was, Jack and Jill, the gents, the top teams, and we were grown. Right. I wasn't in none of that, but I was. I was around. My older brother was in top teams. Jack and Jill. For the record, I wasn't in none of that either. I just played basketball. That's it. Yeah, I just hoop. You know what I'm saying? I just hoop. Hey, this is fun, man. I look forward to this, man. Maybe in 20, 30 years, we're gonna see where we at. We do this again? Absolutely. I'm down. That's what's up, man. My guy. Yes, sir. And on that note, we sign it out, man. Filthydre, follow me if you want to. If not, it's cool. I'm still drinking my red wine. You know what I'm saying? Already. For sure.